Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 17th, and today was a beautiful day weather-wise, absolutely gorgeous. Woke up with a nice chill in the air, which always feels good. It got nice and warm, a little bit like stagnant, there wasn't a lot of air blowing around, but just couldn't have asked for a better day. When I was working, really kind of doing some physical stuff, I was sweating like a dog, but once I stopped working, if I was out of the sun, I would definitely dry back up and I cool off enough. I wasn't sweating too bad. So, got a handful of things done around here. Nothing really major. Ended up doing some laundry. Ended up actually ironing some shirts, which is one of those things I really hate to do. I don't mind it, I guess, once I'm at it. It's just the whole thought of doing it really just, I don't know, drives me nuts. And I've got a couple shirts that have really gotten pretty bad off if I don't iron them, and I've got to where I just don't wear them. So I end up wearing them when the wrinkles didn't matter. Brought them straight out of the washing machine and thought I'd iron them up, hang them up in the closet. Normally I'll try and iron them like the day of that I'm going to wear them. And I was wondering if maybe if I actually got them ironed up and let them hang in the closet for the week or two or four, however long it's going to be till I wear them again, if maybe it'd help train the fabric to kind of fall back in place. A couple of them were bad, like the sleeves, the end, the cuffs and stuff were really kind of wadded up and rolled up. That one, in like the where the buttons are, it's all wadded up and rolled up in there, and it just looks like crap because they don't lay behind itself. So if you bend just the slightest way wrong, you like it opens up like the shirt's way too thin or way too skinny on me, and I'm way too fat, and it just kind of has that weird. You can see, into the shirt, and it drives me nuts. Especially now that I've lost so much weight, it does not feel good to have a shirt that looks like that. Back when I was fat, I was expecting that, but now it's the shirt's folded over, wrinkled up problem that causes that more than my fatness does. So definitely wanted to go ahead and try and get those done. I got a couple of them that I've given. Like, if this one doesn't work, the next time I go to take them on the dryer, if they look halfway bad like they did before, I'm just gonna throw them away. They're not that great a shirt. They're just one that I don't mind, but it's not worth the hassle factor of having to iron them every single time. So definitely I'll move that out of my rotation and see what happens. So after that, got a lot of stuff done. Made tea, which I made like 7 gallons of tea at a time, which takes, I don't know, it's about a good 45 minutes per gallon the way I make my tea. So that was just seems like a giant chunk of my day. I also make my own filtered water, so I had to replace a lot of the water that I made for the tea and that. So that was kind of one of those things. You just turn it on and walk away from it. Same thing with the tea making it. It's only like a 5 minute process, but then it's like a 15 or 20 minute wait, and then a 3 minute process, and a 15 or 20 minute wait, and a 5 minute process, and repeat over and over again. So it's one of those things I got a lot of stuff done while waiting for the tea to get made, which really kind of feels good when you realize you don't just sit there and stare at it. It's kind of like doing laundry. When you're at a laundromat, you can do 6 or 8 loads at a time, as opposed to at home, it'll take you, 3 days to do laundry. At the laundromat, it'll take you a couple hours, and you can do all 6 loads. So that right there is kind of with the tea. Luckily, I had other stuff that wasn't really highly, didn't have to really get involved in it too much. So I was able to kind of stop and go over and take care of my tea and go back. I also went down and finished getting the tires swapped over from that junk car that I scrapped the other day over to my trailer. Went down to a shop that does auto repair, and they've got their own tire machine there. They've got a balancer and all that, which I didn't care about balancing, so on a trailer it didn't matter to me. But I had to take the 4 old bias ply tires off the trailer rims, take the 4 better tires off the car aluminum rims, put them back on the trailer tires, rims, and so on and so forth. And the guy that was doing it, it was a lot more work than I think he was expecting. The tires weren't coming off good. They're just old. They're super brittle. They didn't want to dismount. Had a couple of them that I was trying to help him with. Ended up pulling one of them off. Had to hand brake the bead, which is a giant pain in the butt. Ended up using a sledgehammer and all kinds of stuff to get the tires mounted and balanced. He was sweating his ass off. He wasn't used to doing 8 tire swap in a row like that. So I asked him, I said, hey, do you mind if I go ahead and just kind of have at it? I've never, I've changed tires in the past, but never with that exact type of machine. But I'd watched him change a few of mine in the past, and then today I watched him change a few. And he goes, yeah, go ahead and have at it. But I always want to ask before I use somebody else's tools in a shop, especially a professional shop, where that's actually where they make their living. You don't want to mess up somebody's stuff and have them, cost them, income down the road. So was able to go ahead and get the rest of them swapped over, got him paid up, headed out. And the only thing that was holding me back was there was one of the valve stems in one of the rims. It has a wide opening for the valve stem hole, which those of you who don't do tires don't know. The valve stem's a little rubber part you put the air in through. There's different size holes in the rims for like short fat stems, skinny stems, all that kind of stuff. And this was an old one, ran by the parts store. They had the large ones, thank goodness. I already had the tire mounted up, so I went ahead and basically just took the time to pull it in, pull it through like you have to do to seat it, and then aired it up and got them all put on the trailer. So hopefully tomorrow I'm going to have the trailer out a little bit. We'll see how it tows with the new tires and go from there. I also want to go through and recheck them all, make sure they all got plenty of air in them and that good stuff. So other than that, oh, I did end up with a low tire on my car again, which is pretty rare. I'm assuming I ran over something but hadn't taken the time to look for it. So I figured while it was down, it'd be a good excuse to go ahead and I put some of that green slime, that tire anti-flat thing stuff in it. So I put in a handful of that stuff. Hopefully it'll seal up any little holes I might have. If I hit a nail or if there's just a crack in it or whatever the heck it is. So I'll have to keep an eye on it and go from there. So that's pretty much all I've got for today. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.